Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So I am out today with my son Kevin and a new friend Joe and Tom, and they know where they're going. Buffalo Springs, he calls it. So we're at Patagonia right now, and we're going to see if we can keep up with them guys. They got better tires than we do.
Brand new.
Yeah, you got Dunlop D606 front and rear?
No, it's a Pirelli on the front.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I seen the Dunlop on the rear,
Yeah.
which is way better than these stock tires.
Oh yeah, that looks aggressive.
So where does it turn into dirt at?
About a mile or two up.
Is it dirt all the way?
Yeah.
I probably ought to air down then.
We'll have the chance. We
Okay.
can stop.
Let's see how it rides first. Dang, that Yoshimura sounds kind of good.
It does sound good. Got a Yoshimura, and he's going to go behind you? Let him go in front of you, Kevin.
All right.
We'll be the followers back here because we don't know where we're at, where we're going. So we got two 250Ls. Tom, is you both of yours 2020s?
We bought them in 2020, but they're 2019.
Okay. Two 250Ls and two 300Ls.
Yeah, this is our way to get out of the house when COVID hit.
Oh, yeah. Well, those 250Ls, they're great bikes, man. I love mine. I was to the point of, until they come out with a 300L, I was to the point of I was going to keep that bike forever, and it was the best bike I've ever had. And then they come out with a 300L, and I'm like, I don't really want a 300L. I'm happy with a 250. And the only reason I got a 300L was because of the YouTube channel. Okay, I'm recording now. So we're on the back road. I don't know what road this is. What'd you say? Buffalo Creek. Is that right?
I want to say it's called Buffalo Springs
Oh,
Road.
Buffalo Springs Road. Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, it's a nice looking road. One thing I've noticed about over here by Patagonia is there's grass.
Yeah.
You know, and over there at Sierra Vista, I mean, there's no grass over there. The people have gravel yards. And over here, it's grass everywhere. The whole town, their yards are grass.
They've gotten a lot of rain this summer, this monsoon season.
I've not seen the, what they call, my son calls monsoon, the real stupid heavy rain, you know?
Yeah, the monsoon's been lacking this year.
Yeah.
I've not seen any of that yet. So
Now,
he keeps talking about it, but I'm like, well, I've not seen it yet.
Last year, whenever I first got down here, it was monsooning like crazy.
But Joe says in Tucson, they've been getting walloped so bad that he had riverfront property for a while.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. So he's from Tucson, you're from Phoenix, or by Phoenix.
Yeah, Gilbert.
We go up to Phoenix every year to Supercross. We'll be going this year, too.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, have you ever been to Supercross?
Yep, in the stadium.
Yeah. I've not been to, I shouldn't say that. I've been to a bunch of them, but I've watched every Supercross since 1980. I've never missed one.
We're on dirt road now, so whenever you want to pull over, just let me know.
Oh, yeah, just anytime find a shade down here, we'll pull over and air down.
All right.
I mean, unless it's just like this, we don't need to.
It is like this for probably about 8 miles.
Yeah. Let's just go ahead. If you guys ain't worried about it, you don't air down?
No, I had a blowout last time, and I haven't had too much luck. I think I aired down too much, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I air down to 14 pounds. We've never had a problem yet.
Okay.
And it sure makes a big difference on traction. Of course, you have a lot better tires than we do, too.
These tires are so stiff that if I air down, it doesn't really seem to affect it too much.
That's what somebody said on one of my videos. They commented, said they have D606 and they air down. You can't tell it.
Yeah.
it's probably making a difference. You just don't notice by pushing on them, you know.
Yeah.
Can't even hear your pipe on the Senna. Yeah, hear it a little bit there.
Okay.
Not bad at all. It's funny because these 300s, these stock pipes, people can't even hear my exhaust hardly.
Yeah, the only time you really hear it in the Senna is if you're getting on it.
Yeah.
So far, there's only been a couple of times that I wished I had a 300, and that's usually when we're up north in the high elevation. These things, when you get to like 9,000 feet, it's hard to get up to 35 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the 300 definitely has more power. It's not like, you know, double the power or nothing, but you notice quite a bit of difference in the power. I did.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of power.
Yeah, he went from a 230 to 300.
And a 2008 at that.
Yeah. Old carburetor, air cooled.
That was a good little bike, though.
They are a good bike.
Yeah, I guess them 230s. They made them for 2 years, but they also made a 230M, which was a supermoto version. So they had like the same radius of tires, and they had those supermoto tires, like the bald stuff on them. And I think the graphics on them were black.
I was looking up at the pretty rocks up there and didn't see the road turn.
See, the bike in Japan is still a 250. It looks like a 300, but the bike in Japan, they don't make a 300. It's still a 250L. Because their regulations are not allowed anything over 250, I guess. This is a pretty cool looking area right here.
Yeah, it is. Pretty neat.
The good thing is it's not extremely dusty because it did rain last night. So had you rode motorcycles a lot before you bought the 250L, Tom?
When I was in high school and college, I used to have a CR250.
Oh, yeah.
That thing had a lot of power.
I had one of them, a 96.
And then it was just my older brothers having their dirt bikes that they would let me ride from time to time when we go out to the desert, but that was about it. One thing that I think really helps is we got real into mountain biking about 10 years ago and did some long races.
Right.
And I think getting used to those trails on a mountain bike and then carrying over to riding a dirt bike really helps.
Yeah, that'd make a lot of difference. Knowing how to, handle the braking and stuff, turning stuff on rocks, loose rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
It's going to help you a lot when you get on a bike. So, did you say you guys rode from Tucson to down here at Patagonia, or where was it?
Oh, from Green Valley.
Green Valley, yeah.
Yeah. There's a road called Elephant Head, and it turns into this road and goes all the way through.
So how long of a ride is that?
I would say it's about 30, 35 miles.
Oh, well, that ain't too bad. Not as far as I thought.
Yeah.
Of course, 35 miles on dirt's a lot different than on the highway.
Oh, yeah.
Some pretty cool rock formations out here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We'll have a place to bring Scotty now.
Yeah, he'll like this.
Do not enter when flooded. It's funny they have to put signs out like that. Arizona does things a lot weird compared to the Ozarks. Like on the highways, there'll be a double yellow line and it says no passing. Well, no duh. I mean, there's a double yellow line. We don't have that in Missouri because you should know if there's a double yellow, you don't pass. They don't need to put a sign and the double yellow.
So Arizona is an unlimited liability state. So that means basically the highways, they got to put a lot of signs, even though they're kind of idiotic. They lost a lawsuit when a car crossed over I-10 south of Phoenix, and the result of that, what they found was they didn't have any warning signs saying can't use the median.
Oh my! You got to tell people everything. I mean, you could buy a pack of screws and it tells you on it, don't feed it to your children. So, I mean, you gotta...
Yeah.
Battery says don't drink. Don't drink the acid. They gotta tell you that.
Well, I mean, there was a bunch of kids eating Tide Pods a while back, so.
That's a mess. So I wonder if this is like areas you can camp down in here.
Oh yeah, there's some people camping back in here. This part up here is a lot of private land, but when we get further in, it's part of the forest.
Coronado or?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Well, we're doing this stuff like, that's why I got these racks on the back of the saddlebags, because we're wanting to do some moto camping.
Oh, nice.
I've already got all the gear. I've had the gear, but the tent, sleeping bag, everything to go in there, and the cookware and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can't wait to do that. That'll be fun.
So we're just out when we do stuff like this, we're looking for places.
The one thing I like about here in Arizona, there's a lot more room to explore.
Yeah, it's crazy. In Missouri, the problem is the people sitting up there in them offices think that they need to shut all the trails off, so it's ridiculous that, I mean, you go out in the national forest out there, there's like one main trail through it, and any place it turns off, there's a gate shut. You can't go.
Yeah, that's too bad.
It's crazy. I don't know who sits back there in the office says, let's shut these trails down. I mean, these people are paying taxes, but they don't deserve to use it.
Yeah, because if it wasn't for that, like, there's a lot of awesome riding out there today.
Oh, there would be, yeah. And see, I come from back in the day when I rode dirt bikes before there was ever three-wheelers or four-wheelers, and we made those trails. There was no trails. And we went out through the woods because you could then. You didn't have to have trails, so you just ride across the hills and you made your own trails.
Yeah, what gets me is these dual sports won't do any damage whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of places, too, where they close the trails off, or even on our property we had there. If you don't ride those trails with a year or two, you can't even tell they was ever there.
Yeah.
I mean, it just grows back in brush. You know, the leaves land across it. It don't even look like, you know, that you've done anything. And they're real bad about, you know, they'll shut off this creek area or trail and you can't go in there, but then they'll let dozers in there and they wipe the thing out for miles. Backhoes, you know, if they're hauling gravel or making money off of it. So have you guys got spark arresters in those
Yeah.
bumpers?
I guess the forest requires them, but Yoshimura says it shortens the life of the waddy.
Oh, yeah.
So supposedly we have to mail it in every year and have them replace the wadding.
Oh, really? You can't just replace it yourself?
I saw a video and it looked like a mess.
Yeah, I've repacked them before.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, on a F&F. Wasn't a big deal. You buy the packing and it just wraps around and put it back in.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to hear.
It basically just where it goes through your exhaust passes by it, it kind of turns black and crystallizes where it really don't do much good as far as the sound. So does this trail make a loop back, or you go out so far and go back?
No, it goes out to Green Valley and Amato, and then we ride it back.
Oh, cool.
Pretty neat little road.
What's that?
It's a pretty neat little road.
Oh, yeah.
And Green Valley, I guess, is a town?
Yeah, it's mostly retirement age community.
Yeah, that's basically the way most of Sierra Vista is. Seems like retired and military.
When I was a kid, we hiked a mountain up here. It's a really great hike, but on the way back, we went to stop at Taco Bell, and we pulled in. Every single parking place was handicapped.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What in the world?
There's some places in Sierra Vista. I forget where it is. The post office there. It's unreal how many handicap spots they got. In Missouri, you're lucky if you get just one handicap spot at each place.
We drove around and found a regular parking lot, but there was an entire parking lot that was handicapped.
This is a huge change for us from Missouri Ozarks to this kind of stuff, for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy the difference.
I see trails on the GPS going off all different directions. Down here. There's a pond with water in it.
I saw that.
As far as this kind of road here, not really. I mean, other than the scenery, the road pretty much just like a dirt road in Missouri everywhere. Other than you have more sand here.
Yeah.
And I think, at least the part we're in, they'll come grade it when the monsoon season's over, and it'll be pretty smooth.
Oh, yeah.
But you can tell they've gotten a lot of rain here. There's a lot of rust.
Yeah, I see the rut, especially right through here. I didn't know I was going to get dirt and water on my bike, or I wouldn't have came. So what made you guys get dual sports instead of just dirt bikes?
Oh, we wanted to be street legal.
Just wanted to where you could ride into town and get gas and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Being able to be street legal really expands your range.
it does.
You can't beat it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to ride dirt bikes, and it was just so limited, and you have to haul them everywhere, and you're worried about getting caught. Like in Missouri, like on these dirt roads like this, you're not even allowed to ride dirt bikes.
Oh.
Oh no. I mean, if it ain't a private property, you can't ride dirt bikes. Now people do, and most of the cops don't bother you, but it is against the law.
I think if they're not street legal, it's probably the same way here. I just don't know how much it's enforced.
Yeah, hopefully they wouldn't enforce it.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is here too, is like in Sierra Vista anyway, those people ride those side-by-sides and four-wheelers all over town.
Yeah.
Do they do that in Phoenix?
Oh yeah. Well, they can get those street legal.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there ain't no street legal in Missouri.
That's crazy. So you can even do it in as big a city as Phoenix? I didn't know that.
Well, out where we are in the suburbs, we have people that drive them around on our streets.
Oh, okay.
Well, the way I see it is, on the four-wheelers and side-by-sides, people are going to do it anyway. So why not make them get insurance and buy tags and make a little money off of it, because they're going to do it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, they started the OHV tag a few years ago, and there are some places that I've been to where they'll check to see if you have that.
Now, not on your motorcycle, right?
Oh, yeah.
You got to have...
Yeah, depending on the trail you're on, or if you're on state land or BLM land, they are the ones that enforced it a lot more. They want to see that OHV sticker on your license plate.
Now, even on a dual sport, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Missouri, if you got tags, you can pretty much go anywhere you want. But you don't have to have OHV.
See the really tall peak to the left, to the right, that's like a anthill.
Well, that's a pointed peak up there.
Yeah, the real pointy one, that's Mount Wrightston.
What's on top of that? It looks like there's something on top of that up there.
Okay, that's Mount Hopkins. That's a telescope.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, that one is rock and really peaked up there.
Yeah, that itself is called Mount Baldy, and my dad used to make me and my 8 brothers and sisters hike the Grand Canyon as soon as school got out every summer. And his rule was we had to hike up Mount Baldy the week before, and we could bring whoever we wanted to bring with us, but they had to be able to do Mount Baldy.
Oh, wow. So you hiked to the peak of that?
Yeah. It's about 5.5 miles from where you park.
That ought to be a fun hike, though, and probably has a hell of a view, don't it?
It does. It's up about, I think, 9,400 feet, 9,700 feet.
Oh, nice.
So it's definitely up in the clouds.
Yeah, Patty.
You should hit them cow patties that coats the underside of your fenders.
Yeah.
Kind of like rhino lining.
Yeah, bring back Scotty his boots with some cow patty all over it.
It's bull lining instead of rhino lining.
Yeah.
Or start recording, we're getting into some rougher stuff.
Yeah, it turned a little rougher in the last mile or so.
I just now these days got to where I wear the motocross boots, the padding, and all the stuff that I didn't used to wear. Because all I've ever done was grow up wearing blue jeans and tennis shoes riding motorcycles. What have we got here?
These are some old ruins that are about 140 years old, I believe.
This would be a cool place to get a picture of the bikes.
Oh, that is awesome. Yeah,
Right
that would
here.
be. It would be.
I looked up the story behind it when we rode a couple years ago, and I want to say it was like the doctor and his wife lived here. Is that right? You remember that, Joe?
Well, this is pretty awesome. I've never seen adobe before. So it's basically just the clay mud with rocks in it.
Yeah, all just packed together.
It is crazy that it stays that many years.
Yeah. Hold it up to the rain. You think it would just erode away.
Yeah. I'm sure that's what it's doing. Look at the ground here around it. This is where it's eroded down into. Oh, yeah. Stacked up rocks and. Well, they had lots of doors, unless these was windows plumb to the ground, maybe. I don't know.
They got to be able to shoot in every direction.
I guess that's right.
Yeah, that is true.
So you don't think this is a house? You think it was like a fort or something?
I could look it up if I got service and read it to you.
There's like a water pipe going in there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Maybe you're in the bathroom.
Maybe. That's what that pipe's for. That's pretty wild.
That's
First,
pretty cool.
first one we've seen.
Whoa.
Oh, didn't know you was right there.
Yeah, that's why I said, whoa, you backed up into
I
me.
backed right into you. Ah, heck. I'll be right there. I gotta clip my saddlebag.
Oh, dear.
I'll be right there.
Okay.
I just forgot to unbuckle one part of it.